And then moving into the next slide, this is some of the more specifics. So the campaign goal: increase the number of parking lots and parking structures that deliver effective lighting. As we said before, our goal is 100 million square feet of parking structure or parking lot. That is a large number, but in terms of the United States potential for parking lots and parking structures, it is not as large as that. It actually quickly adds up if you think about your site or the sites you might visit in a common day. Many parking structures, if they're 3 or 4 floors, quickly can get up to 1 million square feet by themselves. Some parking lots are 200 to 300,000 square feet. So if you think about all the different buildings you visit in a day or in a week, there's a lot of parking out there. We will also want to document best practices and resulting energy savings. Recognize successes. That's the key thing, is that too often that we hear that people can do it, but they're not really talking about how they're doing it or what their values are. They just heard someone replace their lighting. And we found that by recognizing successes, most energy saved or what the values they're getting, people can start overcoming their own internal hurdles, whether it's a cost effectiveness or just a change in paradigm to a new technology. And that leads into what I was saying previously. We also want to help companies make the business case. We do recognize that a change in lighting does cost money because it is replacing existing equipment or a change in design when a structure or a lot is being developed, and it might require additional cost-effective measures to be assessed because of a higher initial cost but a lower lifetime cost or different economics. So the LEAP campaign, which I'll walk through in a second, some of the additional resources that can help make the business case. As Andres pointed out, the 100 million square feet of energy, we roughly estimate that to be about 51 million kilowatt hours, or the annual use of 4,500 homes or 7,000 passenger cars of greenhouse gas emissions. All good goals. Moving into the next slide, these are some of the resources and the process of the way the campaign works. So this is a pretty standard matrix. On the left-hand side, we have 3 parts: the description, the resources, and important dates. And I'll make sure I touch on each of the important dates in a second. In the vertical columns, we have evaluate, commit, report, and share and be recognized. So important dates. Obviously, today is one of them. The LEAP campaign officially launches, and Department of Energy is offering a limited amount of technical assistance through November 2013, so that's about 14 months from now. The deadline to report energy savings claims is January 2015, so we're looking at about 16 months from now, and then the report, the savings and announcements will be made in February of 2014. Existing sites that have been built or retrofitted are eligible, but the cutoff date is it has to have occurred after January 1st of 2010. That's partly to do with the energy code. Just can't keep looking too far back. So there are resources throughout each of the different phases. The LEAP website offers many of them. There are case studies of other parking structures or parking lots. There are also calculators or tools to calculate different elements for you, as well as technical advice, including, and then there's also in the commit phase, there's the CBA specification, which are the Department of Energy Commercial Building Energy Alliance specifications for high efficient lighting, parking lot and parking structure, that is. There's also a list of financing and incentives, and then they move throughout, similar for the report and the share. So pretty much what would you do? Well, you'd evaluate. You'd look at your space, your spaces, how many parking lots or how many parking structures you have. Think about what type of lighting you have and whether or not you're considering making a change. Then you'd commit to building one or retrofitting at least one of those with high efficient lighting that meets the target goals, which are walked through more specifically on the website. And then ultimately you'd report those, the actual energy savings, and share feedback. And then ultimately, which I'll walk through in a couple slides from now, the awards, there are different ones that will be recognized: most number of sites, biggest savings, etc.